Hi guys, Amy May here. Welcome back to the channel. It is time to do a 1 week 1 palette review for both the semi-sweet chocolate bar and the natural matte. So we'll go ahead and do the semi-sweet chocolate bar first. This is by Too Faced. It smells like chocolate. It is one of their permanent line collections. It smells amazing and the quality is good. Unfortunately, I felt really uninspired while using this palette I used it for a week. I think it may have been because I had recently been panning this shade Mousse. I got a nice dip going in it now. You should be able to see that in the picture there. I don't know. Make sure my hand's clean here. I just felt very meh about this palette this go round, and I mean the pigmentation is fine. It's not like shockingly amazing, to be honest, and it was just I don't know, I guess because it was a neutral palette, I wasn't in the mood for neutrals. Not quite positive. I'm happy to have the palette, and I think though the next time that it gets rotated in, if I feel kind of meh towards it again, it's probably going to leave the collection just because it's not bringing me any joy. So why would I keep it? But I will give it a second chance before kicking it out completely. I would hold on to it and kind of force myself to use it longer, but I've got quite a few palettes that I'm wanting to get through this year. Make sure that I use them all. Make sure that they're all palettes that I want to keep in my collection. The next palette was the Natural Matte palette by Too Faced. This is one of their smaller ones. It is the all matte version of the Natural Eyes palette, I believe. I never owned that one. They are all matte shades. Clearly, I feel the pigmentation is a lot better on these than the chocolate bar. You're not going to see it because it's kind of like skin tony type shades there. But I feel like these just work better than the chocolate bar ones. And I love the way the chocolate bar smells. These colors are gorgeous. I mean, you can see they're pigmented. These swatch really nice. They blend very nice. I mean, these work really, really well. I really enjoy having this as an all matte palette. It's a great companion palette, especially with the little drugstore quads that never have mattes. This goes great with it. So I love this palette. Would actually, I mean, I don't know if I'd repurchase it again. If I had no other matte palettes, I would repurchase this one to put it back into my collection for a matte palette. I really like it. I don't have a ton of matte palettes. I have this one, the Viseart one by Tarte, and one by Kat Von D. Sorry, it took me a minute. So I don't have a ton of matte palettes, but this is really nice quality. I really like it. I do feel like this one is really comparable to the Kat Von D one. They're not as hard to work with as, say, the Tarte ones, but these do work really well. I really like this, and I like this one a lot more than this one. That's what's making me feel kind of towards this guy, and that's why I want to, whenever it comes time and I get through all my palettes, if I have the time this year, I would like to rotate this one back in, see if I'm still feeling that way towards this palette, and like I said, if I am, it's going to leave the collection. I'm not going to hang on to it. But there is my 1 week 1 palette update for both Too Faced palettes that I own, the Natural Matte and the Semi-Sweet. Love this one. Would recommend forever and ever and ever. This one's kind of meh. I wouldn't actually recommend to buy this one unless you just want to smell chocolate. So there's that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give me a big thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and hope to see you in the next one. Bye.